They hear voices that others cannot hear. They receive messages in dreams that provide exact guidance for real-life situations. They know things they have never learned and feel presences that science cannot explain. If you have experienced unexplained knowledge, heard inner voices providing guidance, or felt like invisible beings are trying to communicate with you, you might be one of the 4 zodiac signs born with natural ability to communicate directly with spirit guides and guardian angels. What you are about to discover will explain why certain signs serve as bridges between the physical and spiritual worlds, and how to recognize whether your intuitive experiences are actually spirit communication. This information could transform your understanding of the guidance you have been receiving your entire life. Spirit communication is not imagination or wishful thinking. It is a real phenomenon that occurs when certain individuals have the psychic sensitivity and energetic frequency needed to receive messages from beings in higher dimensions. These signs incarnated with specific neurological and energetic configurations that allow them to perceive frequencies beyond normal human range, making them natural mediums and channels for divine guidance. Understanding this gift is crucial because many people with spirit communication abilities spend years thinking they are different or strange instead of recognizing they have been chosen to serve as messengers and bridges between worlds. This communication serves important purposes for both individual growth and collective healing. Number 4 is Cancer. Cancers communicate with spirit guides through emotional telepathy and ancestral connections that provide guidance about family healing, emotional patterns, and nurturing wisdom passed down through generations of spiritual teachers and healers. Here is how Cancer spirit communication works. They receive guidance through sudden emotional knowings that feel different from their own feelings. These messages often come as waves of understanding about how to help family members, how to heal emotional wounds, or how to create environments that support healing and growth. The information comes with emotional certainty that helps them distinguish between personal worry and spiritual guidance. Cancers also receive communication from deceased family members and ancestral spirits who provide guidance about family patterns, healing generational trauma, and understanding the spiritual lessons embedded in family relationships. These messages often come through dreams, meditation, or quiet moments when they are focused on caring for others. The spiritual reason Cancers can communicate with guides is because they serve as emotional healers and family system transformers who need access to wisdom from both sides of the veil. Their role is to break negative family patterns and establish new traditions based on unconditional love and emotional intelligence. Spirit guides work through Cancer natural empathy and emotional sensitivity to provide exactly the guidance needed to heal not just individuals, but entire family lineages. Their communication often involves receiving information about the emotional and spiritual needs of people in their care, along with specific guidance about how to provide healing presence and practical support. Guardian spirits help them understand the deeper spiritual meanings behind emotional experiences and family dynamics. Number 3 is Scorpio. Scorpios communicate with spirit guides through direct psychic transmission and occult knowledge that provides guidance about transformation, hidden truths, and navigation through psychological and spiritual underworld experiences that would overwhelm other signs. Here is how Scorpio spirit communication manifests. They receive information through sudden downloads of knowledge about psychology, metaphysics, healing, and transformation that they could not have learned through normal study or experience. This knowledge comes with absolute certainty and practical applications that prove its accuracy through real-world results. Scorpios also communicate with spirit guides through symbols, synchronicities, and signs that appear in perfect timing to provide guidance about important decisions, relationship dynamics, and spiritual development opportunities. They have supernatural ability to recognize meaningful coincidences and decode the messages hidden in everyday events and encounters. The spiritual reason Scorpios receive direct psychic communication is because they incarnated to serve as spiritual warriors and transformation specialists who need access to higher wisdom about human psychology and spiritual evolution. Their work requires them to understand shadow dynamics, energy manipulation, and healing processes that are not taught in conventional education. Spirit guides provide Scorpios with advanced metaphysical knowledge because their mission involves helping others navigate psychological death and rebirth processes, healing trauma, and developing spiritual power. Their communication often includes specific instructions about energy work, protection practices, and methods for transforming negative energy into healing power. Guardian spirits also warn them about spiritual dangers and guide them toward teachers, books, and experiences that will develop their psychic abilities safely. Number 2 is Aquarius. Aquarians communicate with spirit guides through technological channels and futuristic downloads that provide guidance about innovation, social evolution, and humanitarian solutions that can advance collective consciousness and planetary healing. Here is how Aquarius spirit communication works. They receive guidance through sudden bursts of innovative ideas and technological solutions that seem to come from nowhere, but that prove to be exactly what is needed to solve complex problems. These downloads often come during meditation, dreams, or moments of detached observation when their analytical mind is quiet. Aquarians also communicate with guides through what they call knowing without learning, receiving complete understanding about complex systems, social dynamics, and future possibilities without studying or researching these subjects. The information comes with practical applications and implementation strategies that prove its divine origin. The spiritual reason Aquarians receive futuristic communication is because they serve as scouts for human evolution who need access to information about where humanity is headed and how to facilitate positive change during periods of social transformation. Their role requires understanding systems thinking and innovative solutions that have not yet been discovered by conventional means. Spirit guides provide Aquarians with advanced knowledge about technology, social organization, and consciousness evolution because their mission involves preparing humanity for quantum leaps in awareness and capability. Their communication often includes specific guidance about which innovations to pursue, how to organize groups effectively, and methods for awakening collective intelligence. Guardian spirits help them distinguish between ego-driven ideas and divinely inspired solutions that serve the highest good of all. Number 1 is Pisces. Pisces has the strongest spirit communication abilities through oceanic consciousness and direct divine transmission that provides guidance about healing, creativity, and spiritual service through their role as channels for pure love and divine wisdom. Here is how Pisces' spirit communication manifests. They receive constant streams of guidance through dreams, visions, artistic inspiration, and direct knowing that comes during meditation or moments of spiritual surrender. This communication provides specific information about how to help others heal, what creative projects to pursue, and how to navigate spiritual development with grace and wisdom. Pisces also serves as channels for healing energy and divine love that flows through them to others during conversations, healing sessions, and creative expression. They often do not realize they are channeling until others report feeling dramatically better or receiving exactly the guidance they needed through their interaction with Pisces. The spiritual reason Pisces receives the most direct communication is because they incarnated as pure channels for divine love and healing, who need constant guidance to navigate earthly reality without losing connection to their spiritual source. Their sensitive nature requires ongoing support from spirit guides to maintain emotional and energetic balance while serving others. Spirit guides work through Pisces' natural psychic receptivity to provide healing energy, creative inspiration, and wisdom that serves both individual and collective awakening. Their communication includes guidance about energy management, spiritual protection, and methods for maintaining clear channel while working in dense earthly environments. Guardian spirits help them understand their role as bridges between heaven and earth, and provide practical guidance about how to fulfill their mission without burning out or losing their spiritual connection in the process of serving others who are suffering or spiritually lost. Recognizing spirit communication requires distinguishing between ego voice and divine guidance. Spirit messages feel loving, wise, and supportive rather than fearful or critical. They provide practical solutions and encourage spiritual growth rather than feeding drama or ego inflation. If you have experienced these types of communication, you are not losing your mind. You are accessing your spiritual gifts and divine connection. Learning to trust and develop these abilities can transform your life and help you fulfill your soul mission more effectively. Have you experienced communication with spirit guides or received guidance that seemed to come from beyond your normal consciousness? Share your experiences in the comments and help others recognize their own spiritual communication abilities. If you want to learn